Too. You want to break out of that kind of ennui and get into something a little bit more exciting and challenging. Perhaps you want to join a new program over at the Ottawa Theatre School. Bruce Bissonnette is with me, Artistic Director. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me about this program.
Well, it's Canada's newest three-year diploma program. It's a conservatory. So students that come to us train to become professional actors. And we're in the same lines as National Theatre School, George Brown, Humber.
Yes. Yeah.
We are a private career college.
Okay.
So what we do is we train for 3 years, take the students through physical training so they learn about their body and as an actor.
Yeah, because I think probably one of the things that you notice about amateur actors or kids in high school who are acting, becoming natural physically is a big part of selling the part, right?
I can't tell you how many times I've watched an actor on stage where they make a gesture and then the hand stays there.
Right.
And that's just a disconnection. They just haven't trained their instrument. It's like if I play guitar, I'm going to spend hours and hours learning my instrument.
Exactly.
And as an actor, your body is your instrument.
Exactly. That's a very good point. And so what are there prerequisite courses you need to take to get into this?
No, really, it's an audition.
Okay.
And the audition is really just to help us have a bit of insight into who you are, get a sense whether or not you can make a monologue believable.
Right. Sometimes you can, I know from a little bit about the performance side of things, just because of the radio angle and TV angle too, sometimes you can see someone absolutely tear apart a script and do something terrible, but you can just see some sort of potential in
there.
There's
a glimpse, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had a variety. Canadian Idol, I mean, it is an example of what it's like in the audition room. There's some bizarre moments.
Yes. Yeah.
But definitely, if even 1 minute, 1 second they connect,
right, it's
an insight. You get a feeling that this person has something.
Yes.
But definitely dedication, commitment, the passion is what it is. I've had lots of students where I thought maybe this really isn't right for them, and then suddenly they have a breakthrough.
Right.
And you sit there and you're blown away by suddenly how well they are and how good they are. And
I know. Well, that's interesting because I went to Humber in radio school there, and George Stroumboulopoulos was a year before me, and people there said he would never ever be a broadcaster.
Absolutely. I went to school with a guy who said to me, he was told to leave.
Right.
Get out of the industry.
Get out.
And he's
Save yourself.
Yeah, he's gone on to do amazing things in film and television.
Isn't that cool? So this June 2nd is the audition?
We have auditions on June 2nd.
Okay, and what do they have to read? I have a reading here in front of me. Is this what they have to read? Shakespeare Sonnet 18?
Well, I leave it up to them to choose. We ask for a contemporary, a classical monologue, and then a 30-second song. And the song really is just for us to get to hear their voice.
Right.
We're not a musical theater program, so that's not the emphasis.
But just to know whether or not that could be utilized in any way,
well,
right?
In this industry, you cannot be versatile. I mean, it's hard enough to get work.
Right.
So
everybody's got to be a double, triple threat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to try this.
Okay.
I don't know.
Good luck.
This is what not to do with your reading in your audition. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. Try to hold in the laughter. And every fair from fair some time declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
That's pretty good.
Oh, come on, get out of here. Get out of here.
Exactly.
No, listen, it's interesting because when you talk about text and some of those things that people are really looking at, you know, you could just read that cold, or you could study it, come into the audition, and have a real feel for it, right?
Yeah, which I recommend.
Yes.
I mean, I've had people come in and they just suddenly pull out a monologue they've written. And it really is not a good sense for us as to whether or not you can act, because you wrote it. It's coming from you.
This is very exciting. Ottawa Theatre School with a conservatory program, 3-year college course, and you'll come out well educated in the art of theatre. All aspects, acting only?
It's really a conservatory which is dedicated to acting.
Good stuff. All right, if you're serious about it, check it out. June 2nd, how do they get a hold of you?
Just www.ottawatheatreschool.com. All the information's there, and apply, call us, email us.
Sounds cool to me. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it.